I think this is real. This might be really happening. Oh, it all happened so quickly. Turned so quickly. Shit! Okay. The things you need to know are this is the basement. This is where you're supposed to be. And it's way safer down here. I think. Right? Right. What else? Oh, the door is locked. It's a good lock. Of course, what is a lock going to do against a natural disaster heading this way at 200 miles an hour? It's why we're underground. We'll be fine. Jesus. How is this happening? I cannot believe this is happening. But everybody always says that, don't they? How is this happening? Not here. Not me. Well, it seems it's here. And it's me. And it's getting awfully windy out there. Or maybe it's a dream. No. I want only fun and sexy dreams, please. Fun and or sexy. And basements are neither. Okay. You have questions? Good for you. We are going to answer everything. The tiny little window will tell you that it is dusk. Which it is. It's a beautiful sunset, actually. But that is a lie. Because bad weather is coming. And it's coming fast. Like, real fast. Shit. Wi-Fi's out. Does anybody have a signal down here by the window? You can usually get one. Actually, don't. You can't get help until after things like this. You're just going to get more people hurt if you call for help now. Did I mention that this was a tornado? Yeah, I'm sorry. I do that. I rush ahead. You're like, you said disaster, but didn't specify. What's the dress code? Tornado. It's the dress code. Tornado. Like, right out there. Oh, I want to run. No. Don't run. Stay here. Shit. You know, my mom saw when she was a little kid. She grew up a county over. She was like 5 or 6 when it touched down across the street. And man, does that burn a vision into your tiny little kid brain. I mean, you believe in monsters and fairies at that age. And you look outside and you see this mammoth storm, you know, like the one from the Wizard of Oz. You know what she did? She named it. Yeah. She looked at that little funnel and her little mind went, Oliver. Of course, because Oliver is a man. A woman would never make that much of a mess. And Oliver is drilling the ground. And he's grinding the earth below. And he's coming for you! Yeah. Her bedtime stories used to scare the shit out of me. Obviously, they still do. My mom. Poor woman. She did not deserve the bullshit she got handed in her life. And yet, the song she sang while doing the dishes every day, that song by Judy Garland, you know, where she's singing about being so happy and having no cares in the world and hallelujah. And then she'd be like, and here comes Judgment Day. And if I were anywhere nearby, she'd kind of side-eye me on Judgment Day, Angela. We were not friends. I still make her black walnut pound cake. I don't eat it because it's so crumbly and dry. And what is a black walnut? I mean, And I can't make it right, or it just can't be made right, but I still make it. And that recipe is the only thing I have in her handwriting. Wish I knew more of her secrets. I wish she knew mine. Oh gosh, wind's down. It even looks clear out there. Like every other sunset. Nature is a liar. Actually, I have no problem with lying. Sometimes it just makes things easier. What am I saying? It always makes things easier. Sometimes I will just say something very confidently, very factual, you know, and a second later I'll realize, no, Angela, that is not true what you just said. You did not go to high school with that guy who plays a cowboy on that HBO show. I don't know why I do it. Little lies, harmless. So, yeah, door's locked. Windows down. Stay away from the window. A bunch of blankets down here. Bottled water, for sure. Gun in the closet. Oh, I'm rereading Sense and Sensibility, so that's here too, in case I get bored. Ugh. Bored in a tornado. Jesus. Oh, my nose. Oh, what's this? Of course. A really old copy of Field and Stream. Because he never throws anything away. Because we are definitely going to need to reference an article about duck calls from 2001. Oh. You all got wigged out when I said there was a gun down here, didn't you? You're not those kind of people, are you? I get that. I respect that. I mean, I'm not really into guns myself. I just grew up around them, and you know, you gotta be able to protect yourself. It's a messed up world. Look, I have a right to a gun, and you have the right to think I'm nuts. That's all we gotta say about it. It's in a safe, under my snow boots. It's not gonna bite ya. Of course, I should probably make sure it's not gonna go off if a goddamn tornado hits this house. That is the last thing I need, a pistol in a tornado. Anyway, I'm sorry that we had to meet like this. Not that I had any choice, but just so that you know, I would have much rather that this were a nice ice cream social or a super boozy cocktail party. It's not too late for that one, actually. We could all just wait this thing out and get super drunk and honest. Actually, I think we're more honest when we're facing the worst. Forget the niceties. Show me your crisis management. The worst brings out our best. Anyway, I'm Angela. And this is my basement. My New Year's resolution to work out is going great. Thanks for asking. How's yours? Of course, it's totally fine if we're all just getting fatter and weirder. I mean, that's actual physics. That's real entropy, you know. Get older, eat more chocolate, say weirder and weirder shit about death and technology. I wonder if I switch out the walnuts for chocolate, if my mom's pound cake would be edible. I should try that. Yeah. See? This is what I wish it was more like my mom. She better have a much better plan for this kind of thing than I obviously do. She would have had snacks. She would have had that radio with the hand crank on it that NPR always tries to get in during Pledge Week. She would have had a plan. She would have had a plan. She always had a plan. But plans take planning, and this just came out of the blue. I mean, I was just thinking, hey, maybe I will go to Chick-fil-A. And then I was like, no, I will not be going to Chick-fil-A. Tell those people to drop the chicken. There's a tornado coming. But here, I mean, things like this don't really happen here. I mean, what are the chances? Well, actually, I know the chances. Because I'm an insurance agent. Yay! You're thinking, I am stuck in a basement during a natural disaster with an insurance agent. Oh my God, it's just got serious. Get help! Now! Don't worry. I'm sure you're covered. And because this is not a professional setting, I can be as glib and morbidly humorous as my dog knows I am. I'm kidding. I don't have a dog. If I had a dog, he would be down here with me. What kind of monster leaves a dog loose in a tornado? I would love a dog. If I survive this, I'm gonna get a dog. I mean, they're supposed to make you happier, right? Or stupider. Do you know how much Americans spend on Halloween costumes for their pets? I can't get a dog. I mean, I work too much. I want to get a dog and have it just have to sit here and wait for me all day. My husband would hate it. Or maybe he'd finally be happier. Or stupider. Oh my God. This is not the time to worry about a fictional pet, Angela. Oh, but I love worrying. I'm a professional worrier. You know, as a homeowner's insurance specialist, I spend pretty much every day thinking about various forms of peril, which is what we actually call these types of scenarios because we take our shit seriously. Now, there are basic covered perils, which I'll run through really rapidly for you just so you can understand how much shit can actually happen to a person, okay? We've got fire, lightning, wind, hail, explosion, vehicle collision, including aircraft. Yikes. Smoke, vandalism, and lastly, riot or civil commotion. That's basic coverage. And then we have our named perils. Now, these are meant to cover basic forms of property damage. They're aggravating and chilling, but not usually mortal. Right? Burglary, falling of objects, freezing of plumbing, accidental water damage, and artificially generated electricity. And then there's the really wild stuff. These are special perils, and these bad boys are earthquake, flood, power failure, neglect, war, nuclear hazard, and intentional acts. Now, I am not saying that those last few perils are more important now than in recent past, but you know, I can leave you some brochures. My boss, he has this chestnut on a poster in his office. Needing insurance is like needing a parachute. If it isn't there the first time, chances are you won't be needing it again. This is one of the least groan-inducing jokes you will hear at every conference of insurance agents. All of them. Truly though, what I find so thrilling about insurance is the math! I mean, actuarial science, the math of the future. I mean, come on, what a rush! We are so annoying. It's endless. Okay, here's another joke. God looked at his creation and saw that all the chaos needed order. So he created actuaries. And the actuaries look at God and his creation and all the chaos and say, we think that you're the problem. I mean, it's not that funny. Especially if you were my mom. You cannot joke about God with my mom. I'm serious. Nope, nope, do not do it. She never laughed at any of my jokes. Well, that's not true, actually. There was one. What is the difference between a man and his life insurance policy? At least the insurance policy matures! Yeah, she liked that one. I mean, she liked a terrible joke better than she liked my husband. Should have told me something right there. Oh my God. For a second, I just completely forgot about the tornado. Just like, what? What? Imminent threat to my personhood and property? Which one? Oh, this one! This one right here. Cannot tell what's happening out there. Where it is, which way it's going. You know, hurricanes you can track, but tornadoes? Too small, too quick. I mean, not when they are on top of you. Then they are way too big. And I can imagine, not quick enough. That's called perspective. Truly though, it's all chance. All of this. What city you're in, on which day, under which roof, next to which power line, distracted by whatever it was that made you flinch for a second. It took to change everything and get you smashed by a falling, I don't know, chandelier. Whew. That was a complex image I just painted. Sorry. Anyway, the point is chance. Oh, here, dice. I always have dice. I love them. So shiny and compact and swallowable if you are a toddler. I used to have them in every color. So silly, I know. But people collect anything you can imagine. I collected dice. Roll them and meet your fate. Ah, beautiful. A 6, a 4, and a 2. Of course, games of chance can be understood through probability, which I obviously love. I mean, I get way too hyped for the mathematics of probability and statistics, y'all. I mean, I am all in, okay? I mean, it's like magic. I mean, it's witchcraft. It knows the future. Okay, quick reminder from undergrad. Statistics analyzes data from the past. Probability analyzes models for the future. One looks back and the other looks ahead. Are you obsessed? I should have been an actuary. I know it. I was intimidated by the exams. I was being such a girl about it. I would have been good at it. I know that. I was better than the guys. Self-doubt is so cruel. Anyway, down in the backseat actuary. Monday morning actuary. I mean, I know how to read the signs and tell you what's coming, just nobody believes me. Okay, so I rolled a 6, right? There are 5 ways of coming up with a 6 using 2 6-sided die. You take 5, you divide it by the total possible combinations, 36, and you get 13.89% probability of doing what I 100% just did. Life is just a game of chance. I mean, it's chance that we're here right now. Isn't it? It all makes me think of Hamlet. I know that's not what you're expecting, right? This lady's going to go for Hamlet right now, but really, when I get into the thick of what I do, decoding peril, I think of Hamlet. You know, that speech that everyone thinks they know but don't really. To be or not to be. I had to memorize it in high school and it never really left me. Consideration of suicide. I mean, I never thought Hamlet was actually going to kill himself. That's not the point of the monologue. It's a logic exercise, right? I mean, he's a very logical, calculating guy, Hamlet. He's my people. And he's like, but no, really, what are our choices here? To live or not? In that binary, we do have a choice. Not a good one. Not chicken or fish. No. But the exercise of considering one's existential options is profound. I mean, nobody gets out of life unscathed. You know, everybody's life gets hard. You could just wrap things up early and ditch the misery. To die, to sleep no more, and by asleep to say, we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 1,000 natural shocks. It makes me cry just saying it out loud. You know, if I ever have a shitty band, that's going to be our name. The Natural Shocks. Or who would bear the whips and scorns of time? Another good band name. The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely. I never knew what contumely was, but okay. The pangs of despised love. Yes, now I definitely know what that one is. The law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes. Whew, yeah! That's a lot for one person to deal with. I mean, we don't even have coverage for most of those. Why don't we just get out while we still can? But that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others we know not of. Yeah. I mean, that sums up humanity pretty well, I think. We're all just scared shitless. All the time. I mean, I am. Sitting in this underground shelter, I'm scared into quivering breathlessness, thinking about what's to come. Help me, Hamlet. And those 1,000 shocks, that is my entire life's work. Knowing them, planning for them, outsmarting them, and here I am. Right in the middle of one. But I will survive this. I always do. I mean, this shock will not take me down. Plus, I have a solid gold insurance policy. Okay? I mean, I've got insurance coming out of my insurance. Because people don't really get risk. I mean, what's really worth being afraid of? I mean, people are totally scared of planes, but they're perfectly fine with cars, which kill millions more people each year. You know why they kill people? Cars don't kill people. The drivers do. I mean, human fallibility is our primary feature. We fuck up. I mean, we don't pay attention. We lose it. See, this is why I'm totally fine with driverless cars. See, this way, my neighbor's kid never drives a car in his life. Ha! What a relief! I mean, computers don't lose their mind when a team loses the playoffs. Computers don't get text messages. Or do they? Well, whatever. They don't drink. Let them drive, for God's sake. You know? Like, people still smoke cigarettes. Yeah! People still choose that. It's the #1 killer worldwide. And people are like, oh, yeah, it's fine. Light a bundle of chemicals on fire and put it in my mouth. Because people are fine with terrible perils. As long as they can control them. This is why people hate planes. They're not in control. That's why people already hate driverless cars. Well, who's steering? Not you. That's the point. I mean, that's the genius of it. That's what's going to save your goddamn life. I mean, if we were all taught risk in school, the world would be much saner. Risk literacy. That's what the world needs. You know, don't be an idiot, kids. Comprehend risk. I should write a book on risk literacy. Oh, a coloring book. Start them young. I'm telling you, Risk literacy is the science of survival. And I know this because I was at an insurance conference in Denver last month. I know, super sexy. But then, I swear to you, I met a member of the actual Illuminati. I did. You want to know who? Okay. I'll tell you. Have you ever heard of reinsurers? I mean, I didn't even know what those were until I ended up in the only breakout session that I wasn't too tipsy to go to. And it was on reinsurance. And it changed my life.